What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Simulation for the Nation, and welcome back along to Oakfield Farm, where we have just finished up doing these two Riverland paddocks here. We've got these all baled up, and George has arrived with his wrapper. There's not a great deal of bales between the two here. I'll be surprised if there are 30, to be honest. But yeah, he's going to crack on, he's going to get those done, and then we're going to head up to the hilltop land, and we're going to start up there. So George knows what he's doing. He's going to stay here and push on. He's going to join us, so we don't need to worry about him. But for now, we can get back into the 1050, and we'll head our way up. So, goodbye, George. Oh lord, this is going to be tight. Quite a big unit here to get around. Okay. Well, we've about got it. Excellent stuff. Alright, and we'll head around the corner here, and then we're just going to cruise on up. It shouldn't take too long. Barry's not long gone ahead of us, so he should be just making a quick start on rowing up there. So we'll take our time. These roads aren't very big anyway, so we don't. Last thing we want to do is really meet someone coming the other way. But we will we'll edge on out, and we'll get some baling done. It's a beautiful day, nice and dry. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon now. So that this grass hasn't had quite as long as I would like on the ground to dry out, but there's a good breeze coming through it anyway, and it's nice and sunny, so it would have dried significantly, I think. But yeah, very happy with that, and we'll be able to get ourselves cracking in just a second here. Hopefully this road's not too busy. And away we go, we're heading over. Ah! Look at this, it's George. Another George. Out there mowing some verges by looks of things to the council. Yeah, so George has that little landscaping business that you may remember we bought a few little bits off. But yeah, he's tends to get the contracts to keep the verges tidy around here, so clearly he's up and at them. Yeah, he's got a lot to do though. These are getting a little bit overgrown. So we're heading up onto the hill. We've got probably about 18 acres of grass to bale up there, which shouldn't take us all too long. But it's nice just to get that additional grass baled up, get some additional silage, because we don't have any whole crop options this year around. So we're gonna have to drill some more crops, some more land, probably into sort of winter barley, so we can accommodate perhaps some more whole crop silage in the future. Ooh, we're around there. There we go. But it's another beautiful day. The weather's supposed to dip a little bit and become a little bit sour tomorrow, so we want to try and get this all finished up. We're going to wrap them in the field, and then we'll get these led in tomorrow, probably on our own time. Makes a bit more sense to do it that way. So we'll figure that out somehow. But yeah, in the meantime, we're just going to keep cracking on, really. Like I say, the sun is shining, so well, we're not making hay, but as the saying goes, make hay while the sun shines, I suppose. So how are you all doing today, guys? Hope you're very well, whatever you may be getting up to. Thank you very much once again to all of the new subscribers who have joined along to the Simulation for the Nation family. That's fantastic news. Well, welcome along. Hope you do enjoy your time here. We've been doing a little bit of tidying up. We've been progressing a little bit with keeping the farm in shape. Barry, when not mowing silage and raking silage, has been out a lot with the sprayer, so we're looking in good shape there. Most of our cereal crops are up to date now with the herbicide treatments. Oh, we'll get around. It's tight. How are we looking there? Not too bad. Yeah, so everything is looking good. Oh, there he is now. Speak of the devil. So he's going to be a little bit ahead of me here, which is good because I can just crack straight on. Oh, just get out here, make sure everything's looking good. I folded the back down there. Yep. Okay, well then, let's just crack on, shall we? We've got plenty of twine in the baling, no need to worry about that now. So wagons roll, as they say, and let's get on with it. There goes Barry. As you can see, Barry's still got the row crops on. I just didn't really fancy taking those back off again to have to swap them back over in a day or two, so it'll do no harm. The ground's nice and dry, so we won't be putting too much pressure into there, so he's for the amount of rowing up we're doing as well. Should be grand, as they say. It just means that we can get a little bit more covered today as well. That's the main thing. And the mowers are still on the New Holland, which we should probably look at taking off sooner rather than later, but another job for another time. So when we took over this little block of land here, so this grass field we're in now, there's a field of beans there, and then our trial field, which is just over the hillside actually. When we took these over, this grassland had recently been reseeded 2 years ago, so typically I would reseed my grass on like a 4-year cycle. So we've got another couple of years left, and the grass is looking in good condition actually. It's frequently grazed, so it's kept in good shape, and when they every year they don't reseed, they harrow through the grass anyway just to pull out any of the dead grass in the bottom. So it's looking good. Got no complaints there. Very happy with how it's coming through. We put 1 dose of fertilizer onto here in the spring, and it's really kicked on and produced a great looking thick crop of grass here. So all in all, very happy with how it's developed. Couldn't have asked for more. Hopefully we'll get with these two fields, well, with this field and the 2 Riverland fields over there, I'm hoping for a good 50, 60 silage bales, Heston silage bales as well, so they'll keep us going for a while longer yet. On top of the pit silage we should be good, in some good shape, and we've still got, I'd say we're in the region of another 10 or 12 round bales in the yard, so we've got enough to keep the girls happy now with, really. But we are rowing up, we're currently rowing 9 meters into one swath here, which is why we're going a little slower than perhaps usual. And we've got 1, 2, 3, I think that's 3 bales out already, 1 on the slide and 1 coming through the chamber. So we will no doubt be making quite a bit of silage here. Ideally, I could have got away with putting the New Holland onto the baler here, but the Fent just powers everything and handles everything so much easier, so much more efficiently, that I just see it as a shame not to use it, really. The fuel economy off of this Fent is far and away better than any of the other tractors I have, and any of the tractors we were looking at the time of buying the Fent as it goes. Bear in mind this is a 500 horsepower tractor, primarily to be used with cultivations. We did have in mind bringing in a Case Steiger quad track. The other option we tried at the time was a Class Xerion, Xerion, however you'd like to pronounce it. And then we also looked at a few John Deeres, like the 9R John Deere series as well. And to be honest, all of those other options there, with the exception of the Class, were tracks. Now with tracks we feel like we just can't get as much versatility out of the machine. The tracks aren't as good for road work, for example. Not that we do a great deal of road work with this as it stands. Additionally, we found that with the pressure alteration we can do for the tyres, we have the ability to inflate, deflate the tyres on this Fent. So we're able to completely change the grip levels we achieve with tyres, which is the first tractor I've known that we can do this on. And by having that included, it means that we're able to get the same level of grip as we would off tracked machines. But with the road capabilities of a wheeled machine. So it really did, it took us a little bit of time to think about this, and I'll be honest with you, we were all set for using a different machine until I got a phone call from Charlie, the dealer, who said, look, do you want to try a Fent 1050 Vario? And, I thought, well, why not, we'll get one in on demonstration, it can't be that bad. And yeah, we were stunned, we were frankly blown away with it. So here we are, really. That's how we got to using a Fent, and right now I wouldn't change it for the world. So we'll. It's quite a stroke of luck that we got this, but we did, and it's fantastic that we have. So it's pretty perfect. Okay, up you go. So I hope you've all been surviving the beast from the east. I hope everyone is nice and safe following all of those storms and blizzards and drifts that we've seen on the news everywhere. Looks pretty brutal at times, must admit. So hopefully everyone's safe and sound following on from those. Snow can sometimes be quite good fun when you haven't seen it around for a while, but then the novelty can soon wear off. It certainly does become a little bit of a hazard from time to time. In other news as well, the vet came yesterday, as I mentioned in the previous video. We do now have a cast on the little on my old cow there. She is holding on alright. I didn't like the idea of it to begin with, but then it was providing a lot more support for the leg, so it's good news, really. That's going to stay on for 4 to 5 weeks, I believe the vet said, and we'll see how it looks at the end of that. But hopefully, we should be able to just cut that off, and she'll be in good, much better shape. At the moment, at least, she's doing okay. We will keep her in isolation, keep her kind of away from all the other animals, because otherwise they tend to kind of G each other up a little bit, and she could be in danger of causing more damage. So it's probably for the best that we leave her away for now. But yeah, she's doing alright, bless her. She's surviving. So okay guys, so what I'll do then, I think, we're going to keep pushing on with this. I might even send up the drone just to make a little time lapse, just finishing this field off here. It won't take too long. So yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll catch up with you all in a little while. Okie dokie folks, we're nearly done. Mow was a little bit rough in this corner. Must have been a bit uneven. Quite often if you go on uneven ground when you've got the the side mounted mower on there, it can cause a little bit of roughage if it's not set up properly, which would appear to be the case here. Can't even blame anyone else on that one, that was me. Never mind, we've got most of it covered here. We're just going to finish up these little butts in the corner, and then that one pass there that I decided to skip, but yeah, we're looking good. And a nice few bales in here. I'm not quite sure on the number, but there should be plenty. We are going to be leading these down ourselves. I do need to find a bale grab for that, but we've got a little bit of money in the bank. We can probably go and acquire one pretty quickly. That will be a phone call for Charlie, see what he can sort out for me overnight, and then if he has something, we'll skip on down and pick it up tomorrow. But yeah, we're looking good so far. Can't complain at all. It's always nice to just be able to push on and get these jobs done. After the silage here, we've already put fertilizer down on the silage ground around the farm. We will put a little bit more down just so we can get this. I'd like to make some hay, off the silage ground as well, so that'll be second cut. So we need to get that application on there quickly, so we can jump straight back in with to get a decent-ish crop of hay off of all of these fields probably. So yeah, we've got plenty to do as always. Lots to crack on with, lots to make sure that we can get wrapped up before we can jump on board with the cereal crops, which should be. They're going to need another month at least, I would say, judged off what I've seen so far. But anyway, that is the end of the silage for now, at least. So that's good news. We'll just tidy up these few loose bits around here. Barry elected to miss out. That's perfect. And then we'll just, we need to go out and empty out the bale chute, fold up the baler, and then we'll probably go in convoy. Actually, Barry's here as well, and he wants to head off back to the yard, so we'll head off down in convoy there, and yeah, we'll probably call it a day. But let's just get this emptied. That'll be the easiest 2 bales for George to pick up in his wrapper. But yeah, we're going to have a quick chat with Barry, and then we'll come back to you, and yeah, we'll have a nice drive back down to the yard. Right then guys, wagons roll as they say, and we are off back to the yard now. Just a little bit of clean up in the field there, took off some of the grass that accumulates over time. Oh, it's a tree, it's tighter than I thought. And we're around. Let's hope Barry doesn't have any issues there. So yeah, we're on our way now. I do think by the sounds of things, George is finished, so we're likely going to meet him somewhere. He was just wrapping up the last few bales when I rang him, which is good news, at least that he's got on his way and he's all but kind of finished up really. It shouldn't take him too long in there, probably about an hour or so to get that finished up, I would have thought. But yeah, we're just going to go back to the yard now. Oh Lord, here he comes. Let's just get off the road here. There he is. A man on a mission, folks. Right there. Which is good, because it's my mission, so he can continue. But we're going to go back now. I'm going to feed up the cattle for the rest of the evening. Get those guys done, and then probably some paperwork in the office, I should think. Not a very exciting end to the day, but needs must, ultimately. So we'll get pushed on with that. Otherwise, you can see there as you look over the field that the crops on the hillside are starting to grow through to the point where you can actually see the tram lines now from a distance, so that's good news. Got some good growth. At the moment there's no signs of any rust on the leaves or any other sort of mildew or anything like that, so we're looking like we've got a good healthy crops, which is good news because we had a little bit of a damp spring in spots, so that can sometimes affect it. This corner's a bit of a pig to see out of. There we go. And so yeah, we'll have a nice little cruise on back to the yard there, and we'll get ourselves probably hitch the baler off. That's done with now until we get onto some hay, I should think. So we'll hitch that off, and then we'll put everything away for the night, I would imagine. But overall, very successful. Very happy to have got this all baled up. at this point, I think we will call it a day. I'm just going to pop the camera down and get pushing on. Thank you very much for watching, as always. If you haven't already, do remember to hit that thumbs up button if you've enjoyed it. If you haven't, hit that thumbs down. And if you're not already a member of the family, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well to stay in touch with anything that we will be doing over the future. For those of you who don't know, I have started live streaming of late as well, so there's always something a little bit different coming up there. So do come and join the party there and we'll have some fun. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. As always, do remember to stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, but most importantly, happy farming.